tops and seas below. I know we'll always find a way home. City lights that burn so bright.
If you love cosy homely vlogs, you're in the right place, because today is going to be a super cosy day.
All we need in this
I've always loved the shape of this tree. It's like, it's perfect all the way round. And I'm clearly not the only person who thinks this, because there is a bench just there, which is so nice. And then obviously you've got the tree sitting opposite. There's another reason why I love this tree so much, and I feel like there is a strong connection. At the end of last summer, I was out on my Pendleton bike. I'd stopped by this tree, and it was one of those days that I was thinking about my mum. I think I had a coffee with me, and I was probably just walking around the tree, knowing me, just looking at nature, as I tend to do quite a bit. That day I was looking for some answers. I don't know what the questions were now, but I know that I was thinking about life probably, and just direction of life and things like that, you know, deep stuff. Growing up, there was always this strong connection with butterflies, and my mum would always refer to our grandma when there was a butterfly around. Now, what I haven't said is my bike is named after my grandma, Gwen. I'd left my bike there and I was doing like a little lap just around this area and then back again. When I came back to the bike, maybe 5-10 minutes later, the butterfly that my mum had a connection with was sitting on the Gwen Pendleton bike. It was one of those days when I really needed a sign, and I got one. I just love this tree. Let's get a move on. You'll see why I need my Wellington boots on in a minute. I haven't really done a proper food shop since we got back from Bath on Tuesday, and it's now Friday. Quite like weeks like that where you strip back and you just make do with what's in the house. So I want to pop into one of the supermarkets and just grab a few little bits. The weather is a bit chilly and cold today, so I'm thinking maybe some fresh soup. I may even persuade GB to have my favourite lunch at the moment, which is sourdough and mushrooms and tomatoes and hummus on toast. It really is my most favourite thing at the moment. That is like my go-to staple lunch. I also want to pick up a few autumn bouquets of flowers. I want to create just 2 autumn sort of floral displays at home, just to welcome in the next week, because we're in the last week of October. I thought that would be a nice transition into the next month, just to give us a little bit of colour at home. Town is this way, and then we turn. Which way do we turn? We turn left. Is that left? Yes, it's left. So we're going to go straight up here, then left into town. Oh, they've cut all that back. Look. Normally this is all covered up, but they've obviously been doing some work here. It's going to really open out the space. I've not walked this way for a few weeks, so I've not realised that they've cut all that back. You do see them working, often there's bonfires and things like that. Sorry about that, I do divert if I see things. I can't help it, I'm one of those nature lovers that if I see something, I'm just like off. My other half always says that it's been a known thing since we've been together that I'll often say, squirrel! And that is literally because if I see a squirrel, I will tell him. We've also got 4 new bird boxes. I love the smell that these bonfires bring when they do this in the autumn. I'm sure I walked past on a recent vlog and there was a bonfire going. It was just here. This is where they were obviously stripping everything back. I've not been down here for 2 weeks and they've done so much work. It does look like that area there may be a bonfire. It's a bit too damp today, I would have thought. Home from Morrison's, I just thought I would share with you my very quick food haul. So as I mentioned, mushrooms and tomatoes on sourdough is my favourite thing at the moment. So I've bought those, and then some hummus to go with that. I've also bought some pumpkin soup and some rolls. I thought that might be a nice little lunch over the weekend. As you know, I want to create an autumnal floral display. So I've bought some roses and some gypsophilia. And then I needed some butter, so I bought some butter, and also where we were away an extra night, we needed to refresh the herbs. So we've got, what have we got? I bought a mint, thyme, and, oh, that thyme's very strong, and also a parsley. So a little food haul there. But GB has just surprised me and said he's taking me out for breakfast. So I'm going off out into town. So I will see you in a bit.
Come on.
arrived in town. It only takes us like 5-10 minutes to get here. Much easier to find a car parking space on a Friday. If you watch the vlogs, you'll know that on a Saturday morning it's quite difficult to park, but here he comes. We're both fully fed. We've had a full, I was going to say a full English, but a vegetarian version of a full English. A lovely coffee, and we're about to head back. I quickly popped into B&M. I just bought a few dried florals ready for the floral display that I'm going to do this afternoon. I don't know if you've noticed, but I also did pick up this tiny rabbit felt decoration. I use these a lot in my phonics teaching. Is it a rabbit or a hare? I think it might be a hare because his ears are quite long. I couldn't leave this little hare. I thought he would be really useful in family fun phonics. GB's just having a quick catch up with one of our friends, and we're going to meet back at the car. So I'm going to make my way over there now and then head home. Don't need to think about lunch because we're fully fed. But no housework's been done today. It's one of those days where I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with the flow today. Housework can wait. It will always be there tomorrow. That's what my sister and I always say. I'm home. It's 1:30. I can't believe where the day's gone. I feel like we're in now. We love to go out to get back. I really am having one of those days today when you think you're going to get all of these jobs done and nothing really happens because other things happen instead. On the way home, he wanted to pop into Wickes to get some door fixing things, let's say, and it's really nice. He's doing some DIY this afternoon. Great tick from me. He's getting some DIY jobs done, so he's off doing that in the hallway. I really wasn't fussed about going into Wickes, so I popped into Home Bargains. I did pick up a few bits and pieces. I'll share that with you later on. Here my other half doing DIY. It's amazing. My afternoon hopefully is going to look like this. I need to sort out the herbs that I bought earlier on. We're going to plant up the pumpkins. Now, this is the size pumpkin that I've got. So I'm hoping, I've got 2 of these, hoping to cut the tops off, dig out all of the insides. Maybe I'll put the insides into a pumpkin loaf or something like that. You'll know that I bought some flowers, which I'll show you everything later on. And I'm hoping that these will be like a little autumn vase. I'll have 2 of them. There's one here. Let's see what GB says. I'll call him. Let's see what he says. GB, can you pop here for a moment? Do you like my pumpkins?
That's a fine set of pumpkins you've got there, love. Let me help you out with them.
I was holding them and I just thought, oh. How's the DIY coming on?
Oh, bad now. I think
They're a good handful, aren't they? These. Good handful pumpkin. So we've got choices whilst you're standing there. This is what I'm going to use. I know
what I want.
What? So we've got choices. So I'm going to be digging out the insides of these pumpkins. But obviously we will have the innards. Do you want them as a pumpkin loaf or pumpkin soup? What shall we go for? Pumpkin loaf? Yeah, we'll do that, but we'll probably freeze it. So, right, you go and carry on fixing the door.
That's done.
Is it done?
Doesn't take long, love.
You said 10 minutes. It's less than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well done.
I've replaced this.
So this is, what is this, GB?
It's the door mechanism.
The door mechanism. So now we have a door that closes.
Fully.
Yay! I mean, how to make your other half happy.
It's the little things, isn't
It is the little things. Oh my God, I love you. That's amazing. Do you want to do that to all the doors? He's banging around. Why do men do that? It's like they want to show you that they're doing a job, so they bang around. we're going to do some floral bouquets with these pumpkins. If you want to join in at home, you'll need yourself a pumpkin. I've gone for medium pumpkins, but you could go for one large, you go for small, medium, whatever size you like. Bouquets, so let's have a look at the bouquet that I've got. So I've bought quite a bit. I never do anything by halves. It's always full on with me. I've bought some roses, a deep orange and like a paler orange, some cream and then some gypsophilia there. Also picked up some dried eucalyptus and then a few just dried florals that I may put in the floral display. Some green, I say green, I don't know if it comes in any other colours. I'm guessing it's green because the stems are green. You'll need some floristry foam. These are on Amazon. I'll link everything below, but these ones are a great size because they'll fit perfectly into my pumpkin. As lots of you probably know by now, I love crafting. I can see what I want the final product to look like, but I'm not really sure how to get there until I'm doing it. Does that make sense? Before we do any of the crafting, I must get some of my kitchen jobs done. I've got washing in the washing machine that needs to come out. My new herbs need to go into their planters. Washing up needs to go away, and I just need to zen a little bit. As you guys know by now, I always get distracted by any sort of nature. And look at that huge crow. He's having a good look around. That's what he's doing. He'll be there for quite some time, so we've got a choice. Shall we carry on watching the bird, or shall I get on with some jobs? I think I should get on with some jobs, don't you? I'm going to bake, and I'm wondering if... You ready for this? Let's see what he says. If I get it set up, and you and I will have a skeleton bake-off. Then we can let our friends see the skeletons and decide which one is the best. And whoever the winner is, treat each other to a coffee or something like that. No, I don't mean coffee. I mean...
Coffee?
I mean like pumpkin spice latte coffee, or what else do we like? Hot chocolate or something like that.
If I win, I get to see pumpkins.
Okay.
If you win, you get a pumpkin spice latte.
Deal. Right, okay. Right, well, so I'll call you in a bit, but obviously not yet because I'm upside down at the moment. But once I'm fully levelled again, I'll
see you later.
All right.
I'll see you.
You going to do some more DIY? I'm going to crack on, get some jobs done, and then hopefully we can get some baking done and some floral crafts. These are the biscuits that I'm going to make, nothing fancy. So this is just a Jane, is it Jane Austen? No, Jane Arthur. Don't know why I just said Jane Austen. This is the Jane Arthur biscuit pack. GB has been roped into this. There will be a competition. This is what it's going to be like. He's just walked through the door. So GB, the competition will be who can make the best skeleton. So just like this. I will call you through when we're ready to decorate. GB is game on for this. You guys can let us know who the winner is, but that will be a bit later on. I've got a few things to show you. I popped into Home Bargains. Let's have a look and see what I picked up today. I'm wondering if you can guess what I fancy doing this evening. This is my favourite bubble bath, aromatherapy, and you can buy this in Home Bargains. It lasts for ages. It smells really nice as well. And bonus, it's made in England. It's definitely under £5. It smells lovely. I really like the container as well. When I pop into Home Bargains, I always pick up some bath salts. This will be for tonight's relaxing bath. I found this beautiful Winter Botanicals hand wash, and I love the colour and also love the little festive detail around the outside. And it's just a little nod to the festive season that's due to be upon us. These hair, skin and nails gummies. So I just take one a day. Honestly, they're just like a gummy. You know, all brands do them nowadays. You can buy them anywhere. The ones that I find really work well for me are from Home Bargains. We tend to buy these every year for hot chocolate. They are so cute, little snowmen marshmallows on a stick. I say they're for Christmas, but actually I feel like they're for winter. And I like to have these in the cupboard just in case we have a snow day. I know we're quite far off of that, but these do sell out if you've got guests coming around this time of year and you're serving up hot chocolate, or if it's a cold, frosty morning, or we get a little sprinkling of snow before Christmas. It's nice to have these just in case. I don't know if you can hear GB, but he's in the hallway. He's sorting out his toolbox currently. That's the job that he's currently doing, more than probably doing any DIY. It's making sure he's got all the tools he needs to do the DIY jobs. If you know GB, you will know how happy I am right now that he's got his drill out. He's not really into DIY, but he seems to be on it at the moment. It's just wonderful that he's drilling and doing DIY. I can't tell you how happy I am. If your other half is like mine and doesn't really do DIY, GB can do it, he just chooses not to. So when he does, I am a very, very happy other half. He's making me so happy. So let's have a look. So we've got the shortbread biscuit mix, and it includes the shortbread mix, icing pen and cutter. Oh, 80. Wow, that's good. I love when things like that happen. Oh no, it's just gone to 79. I'm sure that will be fine. And I've got some flour there. Oh, I'm excited. It reminds me that when I was a child, I don't know if my sister remembers this, but on a Friday night we'd go to youth club, and then when we would get home, our mum would set out like a baking station of everything that we needed. We used to do a biscuit box, and it was happy faces. Does anybody remember that? You'd make your biscuits up, and then you'd get all sorts of different bits and pieces like pick a mix to make your happy faces, and then they'd be ready to watch Friends in the evening at 9 o'clock on a Friday. Oh, he doesn't really look like a person. Ah, do we not have the black? So we've got the white, but no black. Oh, I was thinking that this is black icing. I've got a feeling that this may be black inside. Let's have a look, shall we? I'd love to know what you used to bake as a child, and did you ever do like boxed biscuits as a treat? Look, it's black. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting this at all. I'm sure this is probably not very good for us. Apparently this makes 8 biscuits. He's a bit of a long one, isn't he? Let's go there. These need to go into the centre of the oven for 18 to 20 minutes. All the best, little skeleton men. Whilst GB and I are decorating the skeletons, I'm going to make a hot chocolate. I rummaged right to the back of the cabinet to find winter solstice hot chocolate. This was given to us by a very dear friend who lives up in Stamford. She found it at the Christmas market. This is the best hot chocolate I have ever had in my whole life. Because it's end of October, nearly Halloween, I thought we would have our little chocolate treats that I bought for us last week. I'll have these bits ready for when I've dragged GB into the biscuit making competition. Whilst the biscuits are baking away in the oven, I thought I would get the pumpkins and chop off the tops ready for the autumn floral displays. I think we've got enough time just to tidy away a little bit and maybe soak the green foam and pop them into the pumpkins. Making these as tidy as possible so you can see the difference. This one's been done, this one hasn't been done, so just tidying it up really. Just make sure these fit. Yes, they do. I think they fit perfectly. I wasn't sure about the size, but these are perfect. So medium pumpkin, they're perfect. I'm going to drench these in water, then we can get set up for the skeleton competition. I can't believe GB's agreed to this, but he has. So I think I'll add just a separate block in here. This is just such a great day. We'll come back to the floral pumpkins a bit later on. I'm just going to pop them in that basket. We'll get this set up now for decorating the skeletons. A day of craft. This makes me so happy, I can't tell you. I think sometimes just spending a few moments in the day on things that will make you smile. Your home may be upside down, but it's only temporary. It's temporary. That can all be done tomorrow. At the moment, it's more important that I make memories with GB and we just have a little bit of fun. GB's asked for a coffee. It's got decaf, hot milk. Then we've got some treats. The biggest decision of the day is who's going to have which one. I think I'm going to have the pumpkin and GB's going to have the ghost because he's more scary than me. Hope you're all sitting comfortably because the skeleton decorating is about to commence. Okay, so here he comes. So this is how they came out the oven. Yeah. I know, they look disastrous, don't they?
Are they? They don't look very skeleton.
I know. Like... This is the shape.
Is it?
But I know. I know. And look at him. So I think we need to establish some rules because some of them are more perfect looking than others. You need to pay attention. Stop looking around. GB, if you would like to pick one, and we'll pick one each.
Right, well, I'm not having that one.
Which one are you going for? Okay. One. And I'm going to go for...
That's a good one.
I think this one.
Yeah.
Here is the demonstration. I mean, the cutter's nothing like him, is he? You're going to go first. So there's the centre. Okay, go. So what we're going to say is you'll need to comment down below to let us know who you think the winner is going to be. Well done. It's great. Actually, he looks too good to even eat, doesn't he? Oh, he's so cute. So,
okay, let's see the master at work.
The master at work. Right, one look live.
Oh, good eye.
Oh. He's going to have quite friendly eyes. We don't want any. Oh. 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 Onto the little bonage here. Bonage.
To be fair, I'll give you that. It's pretty good.
I think our friends are going to struggle with this, you know. My eyes are actually watering, the concentration on this. Okay, so competition then. GB, just put your hand next to yours just so that we both know. So Cher's is at the top, GB's is at the bottom. Please let us know who you think wins the competition.
Little parade. Right.
Okay, what are we doing this time then?
We're going to do a speed round.
3, 2, 1, go. Go, go, go. I like how you're not even talking, just so that you have got proper concentration. Okay, 1 minute, 6.
I'll take that, yes, absolutely. Ready, 2, go. What's that?
This! Oh. I'm crying.
Okay. I've even given mine a hat.
Yeah.
Or hair, sorry.
Yours is very cute. Very, very cute. They're brilliant, aren't they? We probably should handshake, actually. Handshake in the middle. Best person wins. I'm just pulling out the bits from the dried bouquet. They seem to have gone in with maybe some wire. Wow. This is really, really easy to work with. Oh, they look lovely. I'm just going to keep going. Just putting them wherever I fancy.
There's a friction in my conscience. Am I too far gone?
It really is just about having fun. I've got no idea what I'm doing here. It doesn't matter. Does it matter if I'm doing this incorrectly? No, it doesn't. It's providing me with a little bit of seasonal joy, and I love it. It is the most simple things that bring the most joy. I bought 6 bouquets, 2 lots of gypsophilia, 2 lots of the orange and 2 lots of the cream, and they were buy 2 for £5. So I've spent £15 on fresh flowers. Eucalyptus, I wanted some anyway for our bathroom. I think that was £4. So where are we up to? That's £19 in total. I think the dried ones were from B&M earlier today, about £3 or £4. And then obviously the pumpkins, which I've had on display for most of the season, to be honest.
That no one is ever too far. Bring me back to what I know. What I know.
I'd love to know if you've tried this before or if it's something that you'd be interested in yourself. What do you think? Are you ready to see what I've been up to?
That's brilliant.
I've done 2 of them.
That's amazing. You're amazed by it yourself,
I
aren't
know,
you?
I really
I
am.
can tell by your face. Is the other one just like that?
Yeah,
Well, that is absolutely brilliant.
thank you. It's sustainable. The kitchen is back into fully working order, although it was a very big mess. I'm not going to lie, it really, really was. It was just reflecting on my day. And I've had a really good day today. I had a plan. My day didn't go to plan. I've had some unexpected surprises, like GB saying, let's go out for breakfast, and him agreeing to do a skeleton competition, completely unplanned. And I've had a lot of fun. We've noticed lots of new subscribers and want to say a huge thank you and welcome to our little YouTube community. It's great that you're here and with us. I really feel like I'm getting to know so many of you. I read all your comments, but so does GB, and we both thank you so much. I love reading about how you celebrate each season. I'm so pleased that a seasonal page has been pushed out to the right people, because it's all about building a community, and I really feel like we are building a community together. So keep the comments coming, keep the ideas coming. Please do remember to vote. We have got a competition going on between us. Do you feel that GB skeleton should win or Cher's? Do comment below, GB or Cher. Here is GB's, here is Cher's. Please do comment below and we will see who the winner is. It's time for me to say goodbye, so thanks so much for watching. We will see you all again on Saturday. Take care.